What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It's your boy, Coach D Brown, former big leaguer, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals, giving you this knowledge that I can with this youth baseball space, helping kids get maximum exposure in and around the country and helping kids get into school. Holler at me if you need any help. All right. Listen, man. Man, today's a great day, man. We had special. We had a great, show the other day. Shout out to my boy Vic, man, and with his son, and had a opportunity to catch up with him and have a good time, man. Catching up with him is always a blessing, man. That's my guy, man, from way back, man. And I wanted to hit you guys today, man, with kind of a great message, man. I've been on the phones, man, and talking to a couple college coaches today. I wanted to kind of share, and some parents today, with this recruiting side, man. I wanted to kind of talk some recruiting stories today, and I had a great talk with a couple parents. Matter of fact, some kids and parents from different parts of the country, even in Puerto Rico today. I reached out to some of my boys out there that's doing really, some really good training out there in Puerto Rico. What's up, Rodney? And it was just good to hear from him, and he has some boys that could pitch and all of that. So I wanted to kind of share some stories that I'm kind of going through with kids in my program, and also kind of wanted to share some opportunities. So every now and then I get random calls from colleges. That are reaching out to me, and from junior college to Division I and everybody in between, about opportunities for their schools. A lot of times with 2021s that are in my program or that have been to my showcase, some it's hard to get to everybody that's outside of my program. But I got a call this weekend from a Division I school, a text, not a call, but a text from a Division I school up in New York, Jersey, and they were, surprised. I was surprised to hear that they're still looking. They wanted a right-handed pitcher, and I got you, Clay. Yeah, that's a great topic right there, man. Oof, great topic, and they're both beasts. But I'll get to that question, Clay. But but one of the it's just good to see there's still opportunities for 2021 and at Division I level. All right. He was also looking for a middle infielder at this particular school. So if anybody is a middle infielder, or you could share this, that doesn't mind going up to the Northeast and playing in Division I baseball, that can play. You got to be able to play. Share this, tag this, reach out to me, let me know. All right, and I will, share. I will share this message, man. So if you have anybody knowing the middle infielders, Division I caliber, Division I and middle infielders that doesn't mind going to play in the Northeast, let me know. All right. Also, I got a call from a JC today that they're looking for pitching for 21s and 22s. Obviously, every school is looking for pitchers, but some schools are, locked down and not even, looking no more. But for 2021s, but this particular school are looking for 21s or 22s. Now they want high 80s. I sent them some lefties, and Rodney, you won. I sent my boy, I sent Rodney over there to this particular school. And Pierre, what's up, family? All right. So yeah, man. So just private message me if you know my Pierre's, Keenan, any of y'all, man. Y'all know any middle infielders that are looking for opportunities and don't mind playing up in the middle, up in the Northeast, man. Holla at me. All right. I mean, they got to be Division I caliber players. Okay. And if you have any pitchers that's throwing high 80s, I mean, that's everybody's looking for that, right? My boy called me out of the blue, but looking for that. But he wants some pitchers throwing high 80s. But again, I'm just telling you what's been, messages and that I get out of the blue. And that was just two colleges in the last couple of days that reached out to me. One Division 1, one junior college, looking for middle infielder, and one looking for a pitcher. So tag somebody, share this if you know anybody that may be looking for that is in 2021 that doesn't have a home yet, that don't mind playing. Uh, up there northeast. So Pierre, St. Peter's up in Jersey, man. So it's up in Jersey, okay? So, um, let me know. And the JC is Jackson State Community College, all right, in Tennessee. I did a showcase there. Keenan was there, and yeah, Keenan was there. So, but yeah, so they called me looking for some, they still trying to fill their 2021s. There's still opportunities out there. I talked to Ronnie, his kid, with the Division 2 school in Texas that was on the other day. They're still actively looking. So there's still, much as COVID and much as affected, but rosters had to be trimmed down. A lot of guys, a lot of kids on the portal. You know, Division 1 kickbacks, everything is going on, man. So just holler at me again if you know anybody. Private message me if you know a kid or two that wants an opportunity. So and Pierre, I wanted to holler at you, man, real fast. And I'm talking to my boys, or like I'm just talking to them, but it's a beautiful thing with these showcases. And Keenan was there at the one. Everyone loves snow. What up, Shannon? Good to see you. All right. So that's Shannon, my girl up there. Her husband we played together back in the day with the Royals coming up, and we talked yesterday. And her son, big time pitcher. I'll see what's going on with that, man. But we had I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Pierre. So Pierre, like I wanted to, I don't know if your boy Wayne, but this is how the whole connects. All right, my boy Pierre put me in contact. This is how this whole thing works. Okay, it's a connection type of thing. So my boy Pierre in Philly sent me information on one of his boys that played college ball. They went all the way out to my showcase out in Jackson, Tennessee. My boy Keenan was there. We was in Jackson, Tennessee. Drove from Atlanta out there. And just very randomly, I was talking to Southern's head coach, HBCU New Orleans, and he was asking me about a kid that they saw at the showcase way back in September. So I thought they were filled. They always say whatever, but they asked about this particular kid who I ain't talked to the dad. So Pierre, yeah, so Wayne's kid. I don't know if he told you, Wayne, whatever. So hopefully they're being in contact and stuff. But yeah, man, it's just random that, at these showcases, what I'm saying, that these schools don't necessarily have to be there. All right. A Division 1 school, Division 1s can't be there anyway right now until June. But, this is way back in September that the head coach for Southern University was asking me about one of the players that was at the showcase, what I'm saying, way back in September. So that was like 7, 8, 6 months ago. 5, 6 months. I can't, So I just want to let people know, like, when you out here and you showcasing your skills and everything like that, in this on these platforms, and you come to my showcase, you're being filmed. All right. Certain coaches do value and do, like, want to know what's going on. You know what I mean? So you definitely need to take it, know what is going on. So, send your kids to the one I'm having in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? My boy Keenan came to one in Jackson. Many of you have been there, but like, come. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that this is something that's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you come and get your shine on, man. It may be 4 months later, maybe 5 months later, maybe 3 days later. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just telling you. All right, this is how this goes. All right. Damn, D, someone blowing you. Yeah, I know. It's my damn daughter. You know what I'm saying? She trying to, all right. So what is Jackson State Community College looking for, D? Pitching. They're looking for pitching, brother. All right. They're looking for pitching. So, and that's but again, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what I want to do, and I'm going to do. And I don't want to tell you my backhand business and anything like that. But I just because of it just I think from the time frame that's going on now, the coaches are out there, they're looking, they're seeing what they have, right? They made roster moves. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Cynthia? Everybody made roster moves, right? So because they had to cut it down, even though the rosters expanded, but coaches now are seeing what their 2020s are. You know what I'm saying? They're seeing what the roster's looking like. They're seeing what's going on. So that same roster that may have been filled up to the T in October and November, they made the cuts now. And now they seeing how the kids who's doing what. And because some of these guys, the Division I level, all schools they're playing right now. So they're seeing who they have and seeing changes need to be made to certain rosters, man. So, I'm just telling you, that's when now the calls are coming, and now people reaching out like, hey, what you got 2021? So I'm hearing this. All right. I had another kid, right-handed pitcher, reach out to me. The parents did. Shout out to my boy AD Thorpe out there. My boy reached out to me about that. And again, if it's my boy and they reach out to me and I've known him for a long time, I don't necessarily ask that they bring him onto my program. And I just be like, all right, the most I could do is like, yo, I'll send it to 5 schools. You know what I'm saying? I'll send the information to 5 schools, and that's all I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I did it. You know what I mean? And all pretty much 3 out of 5 schools reached out to my boy over there, right-handed pitching in the 2021, and he was going to NC Central, whose program got cut. You know what I'm saying? So he was Division I caliber pitcher who was already signed up and everything to go to USC Central, which is a HBCU school in North Carolina. And you know what I'm saying, the program got cut, so he was out there, whatever. But I sent it out to 3 to 4 schools. They all happened to be in the Northeast though, and they were all ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, I don't know what's going on. I haven't talked to them. I don't. I followed up, but not like that. So. But my whole point is the 2021s are still opportunities, you know what I'm saying, out there, that's out there. Okay. So just being patient and all of that. Now, speaking of patient, like my boy Rodney, and I want to, I'm not calling nobody out because Rodney's not the only one. It's maybe two to three. I say 3 of my 21s that's in my program, including Rodney. They have offers on the table. All right. And I'm telling their business. I'm Ron, forgive me, brother, but it's just for discussion's sake. You know what I mean? I wanted to kind of, this is tales from the recruiting trail, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling stories, what's going on. So my 2021s in my program, some have one offer, some have a couple offers, and some are waiting to see other things jumping off. So parents, I want to know from your standpoint. All right, even my girl Cynthia, right? Cynthia, we talk about this. I'm sorry, I keep calling everybody's names. I hope just for the train of thought, but let's just say parents that are and kids that are in my recruiting program, and then you have parents that just follow me, right? And we talked, and Cynthia's one. We hollered at each other the other day. She reached out to me and asked for my advice on certain things, but this is all under the same umbrella. And I love to share these things, man, because just to talk about what's really going on. What would you do, parents? You know what I'm saying? Like, some of my guys and followers have offers on the table, but it may not be the right fit, or they may not, or they're waiting to see other opportunities that come about, right? And I don't, I give them my advice, you know what I'm saying, on the situation, but obviously it's ultimately always up to your decision, you know what I'm saying, from a parent and kid. If they don't necessarily like the school, or want to wait to see what else is going to happen down there, it's all on them. But you also rolling the dice, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like you got one hand in the bush, what they said. Anyway, one bird in the bush, right? Whatever, 2 hand, whatever. I don't know. My daddy's always say that to me. I should know that. Many times he used to say that to me, right? But from a recruiting standpoint, you want to get to that point where you have opportunities to play in college. But when that opportunity comes, do you wait to see if a better one comes, or a better situation? How patient do you be, right? How much do you fall back? You obviously don't want to take the first offer that comes, but there has to be some type of um it has to be patience that's involved with it, but then you run the risk of that offer being taken, And so when I listen to parents and I understand parents that's in my program and not necessarily in my program, but following me, all right, one in the hand, two better in the bush, right? Thank you, Rodney. I know it's something like that, right? So it's one of those, it'll, because all my 21s that's in my program, all I say maybe four out of five of my 2021s that's in my program have opportunities on the table right now. You know what I'm saying? To play, either walk on or scholarships, opportunities or something, right? But it's kind of being on the patient thing. You know what I'm saying? And they may ask for my opinion, and I can't tell you if I give you my advice, which I do give my advice, but it's always up to you. You know what I'm saying? The window's small for these offers. We got to go because they were tired of waiting on other kids. Even my boy Lawrence, right? Lawrence is another one. You know what I'm saying? So, follower of mine just got an opportunity to go to Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? Do your research and be ready to make the decision. Right. All right. I mean, and Lawrence just got an offer. His kid just got the D1 offer to go to Jackson State, right? Man, you know what? I can't wait when y'all sign and we get this thing locked and loaded. I know, Rodney, you talked about your experience and all of that. I want to make it just like Nadine and JP came on. I try to get my boy Malachi and Will, his dad. I'm trying to get them to come on. Alabama A&M commits. They, I helped them a couple months ago. So I know once this thing flushes out, it's in the next month or two, when everybody starts, really signing and going to these schools. Lawrence is going to come on. We talked about maybe doing something here and sharing his story. I want to make it a festive, especially for my listeners and especially for my guys that's in my own recruiting program, But saying that, until you guys sign that letter of intent, every decision it could be a costly one. You know what I'm saying? You could wait and roll that dice. And Rodney, I was talking to one of my parents this morning about that because they have an offer on the table and they liked another school or two and a lot, but it's like they're rolling the dice. And Rodney's not the only one. It's another set of my parents too that, have opportunities and they're rolling the dice. You know what I'm saying? And so, I sit back and I'm just, I can't fault them. I give them my best advice, right? But I can't fault them for wanting to see what else is there. You know what I mean? It's not like my thing is I could push. It may hurt a relationship or so with a coach if it's one of my coaches that's in my that's in my network. Okay, it may hurt them, but on the flip side, I rather rekindle. I'd rather rekindle that coach's thing than have a parent in my program be upset with me because I rushed them and put them into a situation that they were not happy with, So, every person that's in my program has a different, unique situation. Everybody's different, Some may came in and not only have one, or now they got 4 or 5 opportunities. One may only have a Division II offer, but the only Division I may be a walk-on opportunity, right? The other one got into, academically can get into, an NAIA, but they're waiting to see if they can get to the D1 pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are what's going on behind the scenes, man. This is, this is what it is, right? My boy Jose said, don't roll snake eyes, snooze, you lose, right? But it is what it is. No doubt we locked and loaded to share our story. No doubt, man. All right. I want that testimonial first. All right. Then I get you on here. Be one hand washes the other. All right. So I'm just saying, I'm not getting on nobody. I'm just sharing stories. This is what this platform is about. Giving information, the ups, downs, the good, the bad, right? Lawrence, his son just committed to Jackson State over there in Mississippi, Division I school. But me and him talked many times behind the scenes from August, September on. Very good student, high GPA, frustration. I used to hear it from his dad, very, frustration, you know what I'm saying? From the few times we talked. And but everything worked out at the end, you know what I'm saying? It was just took a lot longer than expected, So, but it all worked out. And that's what, with all my guys, you know what I'm saying? Followers, listeners, and all of it, the Cynthias, the Lawrences, the Rodneys, it'll all work itself out, right? It's just, going through this. That's why I say when you guys sign that letter of intent, you're happy and you're happy for your son, but it's more of a relief. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a, all right, it's more of a relief. So just checking in, waiting is the best policy. Things are happening. Just looking at all options. I already know, Herman. I already know. I know stuff. I ain't talked to you in a minute, but he's a younger dude. But I know he's getting offers. I know a couple schools that I sent the film to. They loved them. So it's everybody's situation is different. Everybody's is different. All right. I had 23s. That may not be on a high level of right now, but eventually their arrow's going to turn to them when those, the HBCUs or the mid-major D1s or the Division 2 and 3s are going to be looking at them because it's going to be their time. You know what I'm saying? But right now, the 23s, they're probably like, man, what's going on? And what do we do? And all of that. It's you have to be patient. You got the 20, you got some really high level 2021s like Lawrence's son and all of that. Or Pierre's boy, Wayne and Keenan and, some of these dudes that kids could really, really play that are just starting to get the ball rolling and signing at 2021. You know what I'm saying? So, for every 23 that commits, there's 21, 2021s that are still out there, talented players that can play. All right. And I talk to kids from all over. I just talked to a 2021 kid from Puerto Rico today. All right. That was, talking to me, asking me about my program and what's going on. And, it is what it is, man. So these are some of the, things I wanted to kind of talk about, bringing up, sharing stories. I hate to bring names up in there, but it is what it is. Forgive me, guys. I hope you guys, are all good with that, sharing that thing, man. But there is no right or wrong. That's my whole point. There is no right or wrong. It's individual. All right. What advice do you have for 2023 kids? We have received little interest, not sure how to proceed. Coaches reaching out. Yeah, Calvin, and that's what I'm saying. You kind of who I'm talking about, the 2023s. All right. When you put it out there, all right, if you're a mid-major to division, low end Division 1, Division 2, and all that, it's just not time. It's just not a time thing. You have to continue to put your film in front of their face. Go to their camps this summer. It's a huge summer for all you guys. I don't care if you're 22, 23, 24. I'm looking and I'm seeing all these camps that are lining up, Division 1s now. That's what I mean, Division 1s, because all levels, but especially Division 1s. That lets me know that they feel very comfortable that the policies, the whole is opening back up. You know what I'm saying? So now the high level 23, 24, like upper echelon, kids, they're going to get their love. You know what I'm saying? They're going to, because the Power 5 schools, 23s and 24s, they're going to, those kids are going to get recruited. You know what I'm saying? Because those type of schools have to look at those younger kids. You know what I'm saying? But mid-major down, how many? I mean, you guys watch the show. You guys see how it is. You had the Division 2 coach come on and talk about he's still looking for 2021s, and then he's going to go to the 2022 class. See what I'm saying? So all you could do is just continue to just be patient and find the school, put some film in front of them. Keep talking. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of go from there, right? My boy Lawrence says 23s, focus on ACT and SAT. You have a chance to pay for a showcase versus test prep. Do the test prep. It'll help out more in the long term. All right, Calvin, you hear? You know what I'm saying? Right? So Lawrence, Lawrence is going Division 1. You know what I'm saying? His son is going Division 1. And so my point, why am I saying that now? And I know COVID hit. It might have happened earlier. You know what I'm saying? If COVID didn't hit. But I'm just saying, it's a patience thing, man. All right? It's just a patient thing. So, we all want it to happen and all of that. Like I said, I'm finalizing these 2021s and talking and getting this done. All right. Then it starts the 22s and 23s. All right. But as long as everything is ready, man, the testings, the videos and all of that. All right. This summer, just go to these camps, man. All right. I would say this summer, just add on to what my boy Lawrence said. Just go to camps, man. And, Lawrence, I know his son had, the GPA was crazy up there, and I forgot what he got done on the SATs, but again, it made it a lot easier for these schools, especially for the 2021s. So if your academics is right, because of the whole influx of players, academics will always win, always. And I'm gonna leave it at that, just like my boy Lawrence said, because I ain't gonna give no justification of why you don't need to have good grades. I ain't gonna say that. Just kill it in the school, kill it in the classroom. All right. The Speaking of these showcases, all right. I talked to one of my boys yesterday. We're trying to finalize this location in May 15th in Florida. All right. We got the 24th in Little Rock. All right. Kids, parents are signing up. People are talking about it. Getting the colleges round up that's going there. May 15th, the Florida showcase, supposed to have it in Jupiter, but we're going to change the location to, and I'll have that location hopefully by early next week. We couldn't get the field that I wanted for the May 15th in Florida. Still working on Texas. I got to stay on the Texas, dude. I may have to just, I don't know, with that Texas. And then, but in June, we talked about maybe going back out to Cali, but now I also have talked to my boy out in New Jersey. So we're going to try to hold a showcase in New Jersey in June. I talked to one of my longtime friends of mine, and so we're going to, and I have a date for that in Jersey. July is still Indianapolis and Charlotte, and we're working on the August, September on from that point on, man. So, we go from there. So, Calvin Edward Dove, patience, work on skills, put your money towards lessons instead of traveling the country playing tournaments. Zero in on a list of schools and go to their camps when you honestly ready, whether it's this year or his senior year. All right. So, and that's what I like. You know what I'm saying, Calvin? I this is what it's for. This is what this platform is for. All right. It could be 25 people, it could be 1,000 some people that'll be listening in that will hear these messages, because Calvin, you ain't gonna be only one that's 23s or 24s that's in, wondering what's going on here and there, right? So the 21s, all right, the dads of the 21s are those the one that's hollering at you. All right, them the ones that are giving you great advice right now, Okay, so because they understand the patience game more than anything. Everybody got hit with COVID, especially those guys. The 2020s and 2021s have been affected. Next year's going to have his own thing. You know what I'm saying? So, Ronnie said, once you get to Houston, you won't want to leave. I know, man. I'm trying to get. I'm wanting. Oh man, the amount of talent. All my Texas community. You know how many guys I got in my program from Texas. So, we're talking about going up to Dallas in October again. I got Dallas more locked down than the Houston thing for some reason. So I got to reach out to one of my guys that's supposed to holler at me, and we've been going back and forth, but he's crazy busy. So I got to chase him down and make sure we're still shooting for that May 22nd, May 29th date. So hopefully we'll be able to make that happen, and I'll let you guys know. But right now my focus is on the Florida and obviously Little Rock, Arkansas, getting that squared away, getting these kids there. So shout out to the parents that are signing up for that. But yeah, man, the amount of schools that are 2021s are still looking will come to Dallas. All right, that's in October to you, but I'll let you know. Hopefully I get to the one in Houston. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make that happen. All right. So even if if I have to find my own field. So I know too many people in Houston to even go through this. It's just who I'm using and then following up with them. But anyway, I wanted to finish out with, I'm gonna keep it this short today. Good to you. It'd be good, man. It'd be good to see you guys coming out there, right? So high school seasons. I know some of these guys are rounding up. Texas. When you guys finish down in Texas, I want to know, man. I think what the end of April. When are y'all finishing up? Early May. I know Florida's starting, and I know Arkansas and all these starting state playoffs in the middle of April or something like that. So, um, you know, you know, all right, T. I see you in Arkansas and Dallas. All right. So April 30th. All right, cool, cool. All right. Yeah, I think this, some I know in Florida and Arkansas, you guys have been rocking and rolling. I shout out to my people up in New York and New Jersey. I ain't laughing, it ain't funny, but these dudes, they only gonna play 9 to 10 games and it starts, I think, in the next week or two. So, all right. But D, my question to your parents out there is my son is going to be 12 in May, and he's talented in sports. He plays baseball and basketball, has multiple opportunities to play at both sports, and also has opportunities to train. And I don't want to burn him out, but how much is too much? All right. So, how much is too much? What up, Manny? All right. So, we get done at the end of April, and Florida starts playoff. Florida starts playoffs last week in April. Oh, okay, all right. So everybody about the same. All right, that's what I was figuring. 'Cause I know Arkansas, I think, is the same too. If I'm not. Um, parents, you guys are listening. I want you guys to chime in too, man. Especially you guys that got the older boys. All right. I'll give my take on it. I would say playing two sports and training is almost at 12. All right. I would cut down necessarily on the training aspect at 12. Maybe just do light training and make sure you get the proper rest. I would say maybe a month, between, like, especially during that Thanksgiving time when you're probably gonna be playing basketball, but try to get that middle time frame in there where you kind of get your break. And then maybe in the summertime or August or something like that, you take a few weeks off, you know what I'm saying, before you kind of get into the fall baseball season. Okay. Um, the burnout won't come from sports, meaning like he won't get tired of a sport. I don't believe at 12 years old by playing too much because he's playing multiple sports. All right. Now the burnout may come from fatigue of body. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see it happening if he's training and playing two sports. So that's what I say, baby. Make sure you get the proper rest. I would say wintertime, get him, I know it's tough with basketball season, but that holiday time, make sure he just, he gets off his feet and gets the rest, and maybe in August, okay? Get that rest before the school season and starts, really going hard, okay? Once he turns that 13 and 14, it's one of those that his body's gonna have to start getting used to the training. All right, the 13 and 14, the muscles are gonna start to grow. So you're gonna have to really take, instead of the training aspect, now you're gonna have to get into some type of preventative measures as far as the stretching has to increase. The nutrition starts to really take place into this too. Okay, it's not just far as you could just go run on the field and just go and hit and play. Now you got to really take preventative measures. I have a 13-year-old who trains. I have a 13-year-old who trains pretty much 5 days a week. Um, 2 to 4 to sometimes 6 hours a day. All right, especially during this winter break time right now. All right, it's 6 hours a day that she's training right now. All right, and then some on the weekends she'll play on the weekends, and so I fight that. You know what I'm saying? Like when she plays has a long week of practicing and plays in the tournament, and plays, a long time, we give her that next day off. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing, no hitting, whatever, rest time, chill, recover the body, and then on that Tuesday we go back to the light training where it's like 2 hours that day. She'll train for 2 hours. Okay. But I'm right there with you. You know what I'm saying? J Maya, my 13-year-old, like today, she'll train. It rain a little rain, but it's from 10 to 12 usually, and then from 2 to 5, and then she does spree training from 6 to 7. All right, so that's our routine. You know, usually I can't say every day, but it's a 2 hour. She gets at least 4 hours of training a day. All right, either speed training and tennis or combined. All right, and we go. Okay, and I ask her to be honest with her body, and if she's tired or any fatigued and stuff, and I fought with that. She suffers shoulder injuries and stuff like that, so she got to get that proper rest. All right, brother. Okay. Lauren says if you're working with the trainer, they should know the kid if he's in season or out of season and craft his workouts to the season of the sport that is going on. All right, there you go. All right, so um, I just, I know more of a football and baseball, a football, I mean, even basketball type of schedule. All right. More so than even my own daughter. I listen to the coaches and I listen to her body. All right. So, um, you know, we get our hours in. Okay. We get our hours in. Jim, my boy Jim says, Calvin, don't worry about interest yet as a 23. You will drive yourself crazy doing that. My son is a 21 and just signed a few months ago. Work on grades and fundamentals. The first question a college will ask is, "What are your grades?" All right, thank you, Jim. All right, great, um, great messages, man, from everybody. Thank you, Jim. All right, thank you, Lawrence. Thank you. Um, I appreciate that. Okay, um, this is you know, this is what this forum is for, to help. All right. When you hear these guys, Calvin, when you hear the Jims, the Lawrences, the Rodneys, and all of that, man, this is from experience, okay? Because they can tell you all be patient all you want, but I talk to them, man, and this is it's an exhausting but happy time, okay? The anxieties, the decisions, the stress, all of that. It could be, but it's well worth it at the end. Okay. And then you go to college, it's going to be new stresses, new, playing time and all. You guys talk to my boy Vic, and he shares some of his stories about his kid playing at Georgia Tech and some of the issues, man. All right. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I know that I think because of the impatience comes and the anxieties come because we're human, and your kids are human, and they see friends and Twitters, and everybody's on the Facebooks and the Twitters, and everybody's signing, and it's human nature, you know what I'm saying, to want to be like, damn, where my son, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I mean, but um it's just one of those things that if you rush into it, just like anything, relationships, anything like that, you rush into it, it's not going to be a good thing most of the time. Okay. It's not going to be a good thing. So always tough because the window is getting smaller every year. Right. But, Calvin, man, and I know, man, even my program at 2023 in my program, man, but just to know that, there's some 21s over there that's like talented 21s that still don't have opportunities. And you want to talk about window. Okay. So that's what I'm saying, that's my gauge. But like I said, it's always a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Because in the fall, if I would talk to 21 coaches, it'll be like, damn, man, you know what I mean? Like I would be thinking like it's no schools, no opportunities and all of that. But just because everything is starting to open back up and there's still a lot of people, kids and opportunities, it's all a mix that's on these rosters, but the patience is now I'm starting to hear back from some of these schools and some of these coaches now, like, yo, coach, I still need a 21 this, a 2021 this, 2022 this. I'm hearing it now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I'm talking about this now. All right, because it was just the last couple of days, schools, hollering at me like, yo, this is what I need, D, what you got, So the grind, this is where they talk about falling in love with the process, but it seems like a love-hate relationship. It is, Delmar. Good to see you, my guy, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's you know, it's just one of them. You keep plugging away, keep playing, keep getting better. Do what Lauren said with the ACT and the SAT preps. Please do that. All right, and then hit the camps. You know what I'm saying? Hit these camps this summer, man. Play. I mean, me personally, I love to play local. If I, Calvin, part of my program, we talk. Play local, man. When I say local, man, and around the state, Texas, you're in Texas. Great competition everywhere you need to go. And you want to play the best competition, yes. But I was saying from a resources wise, man, just take yourself to the Prairie View camps, I know I had Texas A&M International. Find out what they're doing or what they're trying to do, and then Angelo States. You know what I'm saying? Find out what they're doing. Get on their campuses, get in front of their face, and we go. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, this is a great community. If your son is younger right now, you have no idea what you don't know yet. Trust what he's telling you. It's 100% spot on. Appreciate it, Jim. Thank you, brother. All right. So, boy, D Car said, "Getting my wife to be patient is yeah, no doubt." All right. I hope my girl Shannon is on. She called me yesterday, and listen, it's all family here. She know we're fam, but Shannon's husband played professional ball and with me, and so we talked yesterday, and she's like, my husband was telling me not to call you, Dean, but I can't wait no more. I can't wait no more. And her son's 2022. She's like, I can't wait no more. I had to start doing something, whatever, right? Hubbies, I understand. My dad's out there, you know what I'm saying? We know when the boys and they impatient, we know how this goes. All right. So sometimes we could be more patient than the wife can, or mom can. So I understand. And I'm just telling you the story going on you, D-Car, because that's my ex teammate. You know what I'm saying? And he out there, he coach and do all that stuff too. But she's like, I'm calling D. You're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, why you gonna mess with him? Like you leave him. She's like, we got to get our son out there more. Whatever. And so we had a nice long talk. Hope Shannon, I hope you're not offended over there. But you know what I'm saying? It's. My point is, D-Car, his wife who called me. Right, my ex teammate's wife called me and was like, "Yo, what we got to do? What's up? Like, we got to do more." All right, and I know wives and moms, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother beast over there. So, D-Car, I know you're out there grinding out there in H-Town. Just be patient, my brother, please. I know it's easier said than done. It is for anything. You know what I'm saying? But anything comes quick and all of that and easy. That's why you get these kids that are 8th and 9th graders that I hope you guys understand. I talked to many parents. All right. I shared the story, I think 3 weeks ago to a month. I was just thinking about my guy too. I'm hoping he's doing well. I'll reach out about to him. But he 8th grader going into 9th grader is a Power 5 guy. You know what I'm saying? Offer on the table, but took the first thing on the table. You know what I'm saying? And the dad called me and was like, yo, we made the wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to know, any ramifications, anything that can happen if he decommits, okay, because he already committed to this Power 5 school. Nothing can happen. But again, he was like, we were one of those parents. We were one of those, my kid just jumped on it and I was with him. But now we understand that we made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Jumping on it so early. So patience is, you got to just, it's easier said than done. Trust me, I understand. It's like anything in life, right? It's hard to be patient out here in these streets, man. Especially again, and we're seeing kids and people and families, and you guys are all in these communities. And I get it. You're seeing kids, holding up that jersey or with the posters and whatever. But it's gonna happen, man. In due time, you're gonna get what's due to you. All right, you're putting in that work. So the fact that you guys listen and and playing, and many of you like D-Car been to my showcases and all of that, man. This is how you guys have to understand. And and it's a worryful. You have opportunities, plenty of opportunities out there. You just have to be patient and find the right one. Okay. But you guys are also, again, I say this, and I just want to kind of keep this in perspective for you guys because and I have to do this with my own child and have my daughter understand this. Like, you guys understand that you guys are not the normal. You're not the norm. I don't care if you got a Division III offer on the table and that's all you have. You are not normal. All right. Normal are the other 90% of these kids that are playing high school ball right now that will not have the opportunity to play next year. Okay. So I just want you guys to put this in perspective. So when you're signing these orders and you're getting offers and you're talking to these college coaches, because you're in this cocoon of travel ball and baseball, and sometimes I just want to make sure you guys broaden your horizons and understand that, like, this is not the norm. Okay, this is not the norm. As much as you see Twitters and everybody signing and holding up their jerseys and signs and drafting and scouts and all of this, and part of this community where you got a Jackson State commit, you got a, my boy Keenan, post grad, you have, my boy Rodney got Division 2, 3, offers on the table, junior college offers on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you guys to understand, like, these ain't, this is not normal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care that there's a Division 2 school that wants you. From a normal high school baseball player, that is not normal. I want you guys to understand this, just to keep it in perspective. I know you may not be trying to hear that right now. You're like, I just want my kid. I've been playing all this money. I get it. All right. But don't get it twisted, man. If you just take the normal high school, I ain't saying high school kid. That's a high school baseball player. Okay. The fact that you are knocking on the door, already have offers on the table and the opportunity to play. All right. You're part of the 7 to 8 percentile of this whole, 21 class, baseball class. Okay. I just want to keep things in perspective. So my boy Calvin, and not understanding of 2023, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Wonder what's going on, straight. That's what I'm saying. Just keep things in perspective sometimes. As much as it's hard to be, impatient or be patient, just keep things in perspective. All right. 92 to 93% of these 21s will not be playing baseball. Like these next, my boy in Texas said they're in Florida. They finishing up in the end of April. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? The 88 to 92% of these kids that are playing right now in the tournaments in Texas and all of that in Florida in April, these are their last games. These are the last games. You know what I'm saying? They're ever going to play. All right, just keep things in perspective, man. That's all I'm saying, man. All right, thanks to you, D, and all the listeners on here. Such helpful information. Trying to take it all in. Just want the best for my son, Jax. Patience and love the grind. No doubt, J. Meyer. Shout out to my boy, J. Meyer, out there in Wisconsin. It is a privilege, not a right, to play college baseball. Thank you, Jim. Facts. All right. My son is hitting up all kinds of showcases and camps. All we get are camp invites for the summer, but he's excited about hitting the trail this summer to get a sense of how do you feel about having 23s on deck this summer. For your son, yeah, no doubt. I say that. I mean, obviously, I've seen him. He good, bro. He good. Who did I talk to him about the other day? Delmo, I talked to Tuskegee, head coach, about your son. But I told him, I ain't gonna lie, I did shoot you in the foot. I should say I did whatever, but I did say something about Alabama State. I did talk to Tuskegee coach, because I was talking about the older boy that was at the showcase in LA, and I told you how I really felt like you guys were the best kids, that outfielders that were at my showcase in LA, and so the Tuskegee coach was obviously so anyway. Now Tuskegee type, he ain't gonna be looking at the 23s right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just not what it is. Not Alabama States and all of them may be next year. So to answer your question, yeah, you good. You know what I'm saying? Just be patient. You be patient and be good, man. So I was just talking about your son to Tuskegee head coach and Coach Rollins over there. All right. So I was talking about somebody else, but I brought your son up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like the big lefty. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. I forgot. And I wasn't even talking to him about him, man. I wasn't even talking about him. I know we talked about him, but I wasn't talking about him neither. I like the other little lefty. All right. And of course I love my boy Gabriel too. But I just think that we good. You guys are good. Okay. All right. I love this forum, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I get to talk to parents and hear parents, man. And it's funny, like the parents that are talking, Calvin and Rodney and all these, like I hope you guys take my I hope my humble opinion. And you know what I'm saying? My boy, what up, Lawrence? What's good, family? He's a good outfield coach at TU. He's a good outfield coach at TU. All right, okay. Delmar, just give me a call, you know what I'm saying, we get off there because I keep forgetting. But anyway, when I see my guys that's come, the Lawrences, the Delmars, the Calvins, the Rodneys, you know what I'm saying? If you were part of my pro, and I've seen you, the D Cars, all right? You know, Lawrence and, you know, the videos, and like, yo, your guys are good, man. You guys are good. Just, you know, some already getting the offers on the table. Some are 23s, some are 24s, 22s. You guys are extremely, take my advice. You guys are good, okay? Take my advice. Your guys are good. All right. Just be patient and all will work itself out. And I know you that's the name of the game today. All right, be patient. All right. So it was good. If it wasn't for this platform, I'd be lost with no patience. Thanks, Coach D. No doubt, Manny. That's my whole point. You guys are freaking good. All right, there's too many opportunities out there for every. I talk the doom and gloom. My girl Tiffany tells me this all the time. I talk doom and gloom all the time, but the 92% and all of that, I don't say it to be negative and make it out to be so hard. I try to keep it your perspective, keep you guys, you know, understanding who and where you guys are in this whole totem pole. You know what I'm saying? Of baseball, of high school baseball players, and this whole wheel that goes on. So you guys are good. All right. There are too many opportunities. There's postgrads, there's Division II, junior colleges, 1, 2, 3, NIA programs. All of these schools out here now. Sometimes you may have to broaden your horizon, but you're good. You guys are good. All right. Holler at me if you want. Speaking of recruiting, being good. Holler at me if you want any recruiting advice, anything like that. You want to know about the program? Holler at me on the backside. Tomorrow I will be on at 4 p.m. I know you guys love my boy Vic. I'm gonna reach out to Vic. I'm gonna try to bring him on once every couple, you know, at least a couple times a month. Chop it up. I'm gonna have my girl Nadine to answer more questions on here. We're gonna start sharing, you know, some signing stories. I'm gonna try to get my boy Malika on there. I'm gonna reach out to my boy Lawrence to come on and share his story about coming on Jackson State. I mean, you know, committing to Jackson State last week. You know, just to be, you know, add more value to you guys. All right, Clay Phillips. All right, Lighter or what's the boy Kumar. All right. Listen, I haven't seen enough of Lighter besides highlights this year or Kumar. You know, this is my boy Clay Phillips out in the Nashville area. All right. Talking about Kumar Rocker and Lighter over at Vanderbilt, #1 team in the country. Both throwing 96, 97, ridiculous stuff. You know, I'm a rock with Kumar just because I've seen him more. That's all. You know what I'm saying, Clay? To be honest with you, I just seen him last year do it, or 2 years ago now, do it in the College World Series as a freshman, throwing no hitters. I know Lighter threw a no hitter, but I just need to see it, you know, in the biggest of stages, right? That's all. So, and I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying I've seen Rocker do it, throw no hitters in college, you know, playoffs and do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. All right. So right now, stop trying to rush the end game and enjoy it. They will sign, move 1,000 miles away, and you'll be lucky to see them play a few times a year. Facts, Jim. Thank you for keeping it in perspective, man. For real. All right. Yeah, just enjoy the high school. Just enjoy the seasons. Enjoy watching them play. You know what I'm saying? It'll all work itself out, man. It will all work itself out. All right. So, listen, man. That's my time today. 4 p.m. Eastern. Here's the Little Rock Showcase. All right. Let me put this up here real fast. Should have had it already. I missed it, Jim. I think it would be great to get an NIA coach on it to explain it to people. Most parents have no idea how good the baseball is. Yes, Jim, you're right. I've had a Xavier University head coach, Coach Holloway NIA program. I've had about, it's been a while. But I've had Coach Rust. I mean, Russ head coach, Coach Stubbs. I've had Cal Aldred of St. Andrews NIA school in North Carolina. I've had Columbia International, Coach Johnson at in South Carolina. Come on, and I want to say that's so. Yeah, I've had about 5 or 6 NAIA schools, but you're right. It is. You know what I'm saying? It is a difference, but it is great. Baseball. But I've had about 5 or 6. I do, love to get more on because it is a good brand. I think people here in the eye they think it's negative, and it's not. To me, it's all about coaching. You know what I'm saying? It's all about coaching. And if I think Freeman Hartman, I think that's an NAIA school. Freeman Hartman out of Tennessee. I think they're an NAIA program too, and I had their head coach on it. So I had about 6 or 7 NAIA programs on here. And I love to get more. So it is great brand of baseball. Guys, go pro from there and get good degrees. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I agree though. And IA program is baseball is good. I think people look down on it for some reason, but yeah, it's always good, always good. So anyway, that's my time, man. I'm gonna see you guys. Thanks, Jim, Lawrence, Manny, uh, other Lawrence, Callie showed up. Clay, Delmar, Cal. All chiming in, man. All right, this is a group effort today. All right, Tia. All right, Herman was good. All right, it was good. It's just good to see all my Rodney kind of give each other, what I'm saying, information, all right, and insight about what's going on and being patient, man. This was a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a family over here. It always has been, and that's why I always wanted to keep it, man. So share this, tag this, because I know for a fact, you guys know this, that even if it's the first 10 to 15 minutes of talking, when Calvin asked about the 2023s, the patient aspect, sharing Lawrence's stories about being worried about the SAT, that's stuff that needs to be heard, okay? That's stuff that needs to be heard. Yes, the pictures are cool, and everybody, everybody needs to see this, you know what I'm saying, and be a part of this here and there. But like when it comes to just getting straight information straight from the horse's mouth, if it's a college coach or even a dad that just the kid just committed, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like this type of stuff is what needs to be, shared and talked about. All right. Ed says, new here. See you next time. Thanks, Ed. Thanks for coming, brother. You know what I'm saying? Keep coming back, man. Share this and tag somebody. Let somebody know what it is that we do and what we talk about, man. Real stuff gets talked about on here, okay? Real stuff, all right? And I want to curse, but I'm going to keep it PG today, all right? So tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, we'll have some more information, all right? Hopefully, we get this ball rolling, maybe get a guest or so on here and share this thing out. So tag somebody, share this message. Peace and love to you guys, man. All right. Sign up for that Little Rock, Arkansas. I'll be out there in Arkansas. I'll be out in Florida, hopefully in Texas next month. All right. Coming out there. Hope to see some of my, my followers and some extreme good talent in Florida and Texas. Whoa. All right. Love you guys. Peace and love.